A pleasure to meet y'all at last. Now, if you've checked my Twitter, then you definitely know that my pinned tweet shows a poster of The Incredibles 2. That I have watched nearly a week ago. And I gotta tell you, I would definitely give it a 10 out of 10 despite it being a 14-year-old franchise. The Incredibles franchise is 14 years old. 2004 they first came out, but with this new one here, it's definitely a pretty big comeback. Just think about it. If Finding Nemo had Finding Dory come out as a big comeback to the Finding Nemo franchise, then that was definitely a good hit as well. I definitely give that another 10 watches at least. If The Incredibles 2 does come out, though, in something like Redbox or Netflix, I'd sure as heck give that a watch dozens of times, anytime. But, here's a little catch. I didn't get as much likes, comments, and retweets on that tweet as I should have thought, because I'm assuming many of you guys do not like The Incredibles 2, and I'm sure as heck trying to find out why that is, and why was it given such a high rating in the first place by things like Rotten Tomatoes or IMDb. Now personally, here are some of my favorite scenes from The Incredibles 2. Picking up from where we left off where the first movie ended, the second movie begins with the Underminer rising from the ground and, pointing out his first bit of dialogue, which the last movie already had in it, right before the credits showed up. But anyways, the Underminer puts his part of the dialogue first, and then what happens is that the Incredibles family just goes out to... And then after stopping the Underminer... And then what happens afterwards is that the Underminer and all Mr. Incredible is left with is to just stop. And then there's this part in the movie where Elastigirl jumps off from her bike, which we have seen in the trailers many times. But anyway, she jumps off her bike and manages to... And lastly, this is about what happened with Jack Jack. If none of you have seen the teaser trailer back in December 2017, in which Mr. Incredible holds up Jack Jack, and, well, if the movie itself focuses on Jack Jack and all of his powers, in which they do involve the laser vision and the ability to transform into a living fireball and to transform into a living demon of some sort. But anyways, Jack Jack just... And then he just ends up... Now, I guess we all get the pitch here. The Incredibles 2 was a really awesome movie, and it must have been really highly anticipated for quite some time now. I guess 14 years was definitely worth the wait between the two movies, by far. But here's where you come in. Comment down below if you think The Incredibles 2 is actually awesome, in contrast to the first movie. But if not, then just don't comment on anything. Click like instead. If you dislike the movie, but yet you like my videos. Overall, of me talking about anything like The Incredibles, or anything else related to it. But, there's still 3 other things left. Subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter and the like, and stay on the Hollywood side, just so that way you can be alerted of any video out there on my Twitter or YouTube that I'll have in the future.